whether it's our children's programming or our children's choir or our adult choir or adult Bible study, our food pantry. Everything we do is about outreach, and I'm so glad that each of you are here and a part of that ministry. We begin worship each week with announcements. Does anyone have an announcement to share? And if so, please come forward.
Good morning. I have two announcements. Sorry. My name is Andrea Joseph, and the first announcement I want to make is next Sunday we will be doing a special collection, and I want to let you know what it's for so that you're prepared and I don't just submarine you next week. We are going to support the Natural Resources Defense Council. So they were founded in 1970. They're a 501c organization, which means your contribution is tax deductible. So if you want to, you make it out to the NRDC. So basically their mission is to safeguard the earth, to protect its people, its plants, its animals, and the natural systems on which all life is dependent. They were plugged by the National Park Service as battling on the front lines to really protect our environment. So I would really, really appreciate your support of this great organization. And then the second announcement is the town cleanup is going to be May 21st, which is a Sunday, after voting, right? Head out to the Common, 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock. We're meeting on the Common, and we're going to clean up. We do it twice a year. This is our third year, so I would really appreciate your support with this effort. Thanks.
What do we need to bring?
Gardening gloves, because nobody wants to pick up trash with their hands, right? Yeah, so sometimes we bring those latex gloves, but they're just the same. So bring some gardening gloves, and everything else is provided. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
So if you have nothing to do this afternoon, which I'm sure falls into everybody's category, the Bridgewater State Alumni Chamber Choir is here at Central Square this afternoon at 4 p.m. There's some wonderful surprises during this, this is a hint, during this. And I do have tickets, but they're also available at the door, so if it suddenly becomes cloudy and you just don't know what to do, even if it doesn't, please come and you might wonder why a Bridgewater State organization sings and practices at this church, but the acoustics in this sanctuary are to die for, so that's why. What? No, don't die though. Would you like to add anything?
You said it all.
Okay.
Wonderful. Have a great time this afternoon.
Hi, I'm Mark Sorgman, the Vice Moderator, and I just want to give a plug to name tags. I think it's important that everybody wears a name tag. Thank you. And it's for people like me that are awful with names, it's very important. But I think it helps everybody be a little bit more outward, where you can walk up to somebody and say, you know, hi Diane, or hi Mark, or whoever, because you see what their name is and you don't feel, you know, a little bit awkward like I always do. And I'm just bringing it up this week because I didn't have a name tag for, and I sort of felt naked. And so anyways, I'm just making a plug for name tags. I think it's an important thing, and I would be grateful because it really helps me out. Thank you.
Awesome. Also, if you'll look at you'll see the highlighted events for this week, which includes, deacons, growth, golf committee meeting? What? That sounds fabulous. So I know some of you, this is your favorite reading. Raise your hand if this is your favorite reading from the Gospels. Yeah. So I hope I do it justice today. So we know this reading as titled The Road to Emmaus, and it describes an encounter between two disciples and a stranger. The two disciples were traveling to the village of Emmaus when Jesus appeared to them. recognize him. And they told this stranger what had happened over the past several days, that Jesus of Nazareth had been crucified, but then 3 days later the tomb was found empty. And they told Jesus that the women had astounded them when they told everyone that they saw in the tomb, but that they had still not seen it for themselves what had happened. So when they arrived to Emmaus, the two disciples invited this stranger to stay with them. And while he was there, the stranger sat down to eat with them. He took bread, blessed it, broke it, and gave it to them. And as Scripture says, their eyes were opened and they recognized him. And that's one of my favorite lines from Scripture. Their eyes were opened and they recognized him. Because I think more often than not, all of us in our life, specifically, the commitment that each of us together are building this church. So if you brought a pledge form today, I'd love for you to pop it in the offering plate so that when the trustees get together to work on the budget for this year, we have an accurate number. We do have pledge from the back by the doors. Some of the things we have in our budget, little scary. We have an associate pastor in our budget, which we don't have right now, and it would be nice. But all of these things that we've added to our budget rely on us coming together as a community to, with the resources to make this a possibility. So I'd love to have a colleague here, you guys. So anyway, our offering will be taken this morning, and if you have a pop that in the offering plate as well. This morning's offering will now be received. Spirit, which leads us to truth, defends us in adversity, and gathers us to unite as one church. On this day, Holy One, we reflect on Christ's presence and meet on our journey. We take a moment to give thanks for the incarnational power present in each of us. And we remember that we are a part of the Christian story. Today we also remember that on the night before his death, Jesus gathered the disciples for a feast. Jesus took the bread, and after giving thanks for it, he broke it, and he gave it to the disciples, saying, "This is my body, which is broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And in the same way, he took the cup, and after giving thanks, he said, "This cup is the new covenant, poured out for you and for all for the forgiveness of sins. Do this as often as you drink it in remembrance of me."
Brothers and sisters, these are the gifts of God for the people of God. You can hold my hand. These are the gifts of God for the people of God. One, in our brokenness and in our togetherness. Come, for all is ready. There you go.